Hey YouTube, it's your boy Widgie here, coming out with some more Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition, and I have another exciting game for you, and it is from Aze. Now, I've posted quite a few videos of Aze. They've got great reception. Everybody loves him with his crazy builds, and basically I reached out to Aze and I said, you know, if you've got anything crazy, any crazy games, please do let me know. And he just sent this through. He didn't say anything. He just sent the replay through. So I'm very interested to see what is going to be happening here. And on the left side of the map, we do have Aze indeed playing as the Mexicans in the cyan. And on the right side of the map, we have I Had to Play Germany Thrice, which is Revnak. I think it's Revnak's third account, and he's playing as the Portuguese in the red. So this is going to be an interesting one. I just know it. I can sense it. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this. And I've just got to say a big thanks for the previous video that I put out, which was the first Low Elo Legends video. And it's just got so many comments. It's insane. So many comments, so many likes, people saying that they want to see more. This is, you know, really different, interesting. It's not just high level stuff. So thank you for that, and there will definitely be more in the future. So Aze here, let's have a look at Aze's deck first. The 1v1, let's have a look here. So pretty standard. We've got a lot loaded in Age 3 here for Mexico. And we can see we have the 5-vil, 4-vil, and then a lot in Age 3, and that's normally when you see something like this. Aze, I believe, tends to play like quite a standard Mexico. Doesn't like to revolt too much. I say that, it's probably going to change. Who knows? You can never anticipate Aze. So we do see the 1 Hacienda and 2 Settlers here. And let's have a look at Revnak here. It's got a deck called USA, interesting. And we can see already gone for the Fatorius card, the classic one, the new one for the trickles for the TCs. And now getting into that age up so quick when you go for the 10-vil age up with Portugal. It's just kind of mind-boggling. It's like 2 minutes 10 and you're starting to age up. It's got to be the quickest age up in the game. Something interesting here for Aze, actually put the Hacienda down in a defensive position, the first one anyway. And looks like, yeah, going for the second Hacienda. So going basically for the Hacienda 2 Settler and then going for the 1 Hacienda, which is interesting because you think it's not that much value from it, but I think it's the build XP is one that's pretty big. You get 120 XP from it alone, so that's like a quarter of the way to your next card. So it is kind of insane, and also it's a shipment point as well, which is also something to bear in mind. It's a shipment point. It's got a great line of sight. I don't know what the Hacienda wagon is doing here. I have no idea what Aze is going to do, so I'm not even going to try and anticipate what he's doing here. We do see the Quatero age up, I believe, coming in. And Vils are on food and wood. Let's have a quick look back at Revnak here, nearly about to get into the next stage, going up with the Philosopher Prince. And let's have a look at Revnak's vision here. Looks like Aze is going to be trying to chase down the Explorer. Only on 91 HP. Not the best. And it could be just a fast fortress play, to be honest. Yeah, looks like it is. Going to go straight in with a 700 coin and a closed TC. So that says to me that we're going to see fast fortress action from Revnak. Now, Aze, halfway through on the age up, a little bit behind, however, has a little bit more eco behind him. 15 villagers, starting to get that market tech in, getting the hunting dogs, and we're going to be seeing what he's doing here. Looks like, actually, you know what, I'm completely wrong. This looks like a revolt, and I'll tell you why. Normally, you'll see a nice sort of spread amongst the vills on all of the different resources. That is because the revolution, I believe, it may have changed, costs 300 food, wood, and coin to revolt. And this is looking like that kind of macro here. So I could be wrong. Once again, I could be wrong. I'm probably going to be wrong. Aze is going to embarrass me once again here. But we'll see. He's going to be grabbing 45 wood, which is very, very nice. And immediately going in. Yes, I definitely am wrong, I believe. Am I wrong? No. Ships 1 Hacienda enables them to support 20 population. So he's already got 2 down. So he's going to be able to have 60 population available to him. And did he just trade that coin there? What did he use that coin for? I think he just bought food with it. I'm very confused. He got the... Oh, no, he got the steel traps, of course. He got the steel traps. And now he's just going for mass insurgents. I am definitely wrong, ladies and gents. I'm wrong. Oh, my God, I didn't even see this. This is so embarrassing. I do this all the time. There is a forward base here on the right-hand side of the map, just south of Revnak's base. He has spotted it. Explorer is only on 17 HP now. 10 HP. Is he going to get away? I don't know, but it looks like we are going to be seeing a pike rush, ladies and gents. Walls are immediately going up from Revnak. It's got to be done in this situation. They have had a pretty decent nerf, the insurgents, with their rate of fire with the siege. So it's not as much, but we're seeing Ace here is going to try and just open up with the insurgents. So I'm going to be very interested to see how this works out and if it's going to work out. Age 3 has now come in for Revnak. So that's a super, super early, sub 6 minute fast fortress with musketeers coming out. And yeah, it's going to have to force A's to drop back here a little bit. But I do like the play with the Haciendas because he doesn't need to worry about houses. And insurgents are really pop heavy, even though they're obviously one population each. You tend to train them in batches of 10. So they really take up a lot of population. And it looks like we are seeing Salteadors coming out, which is basically your skirmish unit for Mexico. So it looks like it's going to be a kind of pike skirm composition for now for A's. And he's just going to continue. He's got a lot of Vils on coin here. Is he thinking of going for an age up? No, he's going to continue with the Salteadors. I think he's probably going to put a little bit of pressure on here, and then he's probably going to think about aging up. That's my plan. Explorer, Revnak's Explorer is going to go. Is he going to be able to siege this TC down? He needs to get his Salteadors close to these musketeers, but they are on the other side of the map. They're walking in to Revnak's base right now, and unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get that pick off there. If he did, that would have been beautiful. Really getting TCs early down, versus Portugal is really, really nice. So Revnak here immediately going for 3 organ guns. I mean, it's just kind of insane how quick you can really get off the mark with Portugal with the 1010. You do sacrifice a lot of economy, but remember, ladies and gents, you do have the Fetorius card. So you are getting that trickle from your TCs as well. That is going to help your eco. And now we do see further encroaching walls going further out of Revnak's base. A volley from the organ guns is going to take down a few of those Salteadors. And A's here thinking about what he needs to do next. He is going to be going for 700 wood. So I don't know if he's thinking of maybe going for the TP line here. This is a nice map to go for the TP line because, you can have 6 TPs potentially, or 5 TPs at least at your disposal if you do have the entire map control. So it is a scary situation. This Hacienda unfortunately is going to fall. That means Ace is going to lose 20 population from that. There we go. So now he's only out of 70. And he's in a interesting situation here. But yes, looks like he is now macroing for the age up. So he's going to just skip the 700 coin shipment. And he's going to immediately age up now with what he has. But he's got a lot of villagers, ladies and gents. He's basically shipped 5 settler, 4 settler. And then obviously he's got the population space and he's opened up with pike. This is quite a nice kind of semi-FF style that you can do here with the Mexicans. I kind of like it. And it doesn't involve revolting, A's, as I say, I don't normally see A's revolt that much with Mexico, and I think when I used to watch Yucati play Mexico as well, there wasn't much revolting for that player as well. So, yeah. I think playing a standard kind of age is actually pretty decent with Mexico. We are seeing both stables and barracks now going down, and it looks like a second TP as well. So all of that 700 wood has pretty much been used up. But it's got some good food and gold macro happening here, which is really, really nice. Pickies are going to try and see what they can find. They're just being a nuisance on the north side here of the map. And we do have 33 versus 30 villagers. So slowly, Revnak is able to start getting the villagers in. And it's so, so important as Portugal not to get too focused in creating military units. If you are going to do a fast fortress strategy like this, don't get too caught up making units and sacrificing villager production, because you have 2 or 3, most of the time you should have 3 working TCs in Age 3. So take advantage of that. Make sure that you are able to produce villagers constantly from them, because it is such a good investment. If you think about a villager, they pay off over time as the game goes on. The earlier that you get more vills, the more of an investment they are. So think about it like that. We can also see steel traps coming in now for Revnak, so that's going to really help with the food production. And yeah, he's just got another batch of vills about to come out. 36, only 33 for A's now. So yeah, the eco starting to swing to Revnak's position, and we got a further wood shipment now for A's as he gets into Age 3. And this age up, you can get a really good shipment of Chinarcos, and also you can construct field hospitals as well for a buff to your soldados. But this one is one of the main cards here, the Chinarco card. And we do now see the Chinarcos coming in, whirling round, and they're going to be able to jump straight on the organ guns here. A fantastic catch here for A's. Absolutely beautiful. Those 3 organ guns are going to be going by. Good night. And they're going to be getting straight out of there as well. So dipping in and out, losing a few of them, but it's definitely worth it. A's now getting the upgrade for his Chinarcos. Feeling pretty good about that, because that is one of the biggest threats. And we can see now the Salteadors are coming back, the Skirms. They're going to hopefully try and defend here. Are we going to be losing this Hacienda? It is going to be a bit of a blow to population space. A's is going to have to definitely rebuild a few houses, and it is going to go down. And now he is pop capped quite significantly, so he's going to have to drop quite a few houses. Salteadors not doing too bad here. They're not upgraded, so they're not going to do amazing against the Musketeers here. They will be able to kite, but they're not going to do amazing. You can see here doing a good job on the hillside here, picking off more of the Musketeers. But we do have the scary Cassadors from Revnak here. One of the best skirmishers in the game. Scary, scary units. Very fast-moving units. High range resistance. They are going to be tricky. However, A's here going for some serious Chinarco action. And just remember that Chinarcos actually do okay against heavy cav. They actually have a multiplier against heavy cav. A lot of people forget about that. And even though they're a heavy cav unit, they are good against heavy cav. And they're just good against light infantry. Right, ladies and gents, sorry for the kind of jump cut here. I completely forgot and didn't even see what A's was doing here. Can we just have a look at the wood income here, ladies and gents? So I was mentioning about the Salteadors on the top cliff here, showing how they're kiting, and they're not the best because they're not upgraded at the moment to veteran status. And I completely forgot about the fact that there's a lot of wood being built up here on the bottom left from A's, and that says to me that we're seeing a revolt, ladies and gents. A revolt is underway. That 1,000 wood that was shipped is definitely for that, and of course A's has gone for the San Luis Patriots, so he's getting the maximum 8 Chinarcos from that shipment, which is absolutely insane. And now look at the macro, ladies and gents, is just lining it up perfectly here for a revolution. We're going to be seeing what that revolution is, because I completely took my eye off the ball. I was looking at Revnak's walling and his base, and I completely forgot that our big boy A's here is macroing for a revolt. So let's see what kind of damage this is going to do and how effective it's going to be. We can see obviously that I mentioned that Revnak is going for the Cassador Musk composition here with a few organ guns. Isn't really opting for dragoons, which is kind of interesting considering the amount of Chinarcos. And looks like A's has actually stopped mining the coin and is just going for the pure food. I don't know if he's going to sell the food to be able to get the coin to revolt. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, Vils are not mining right now, and he's got a lot of food and wood. So I'm very interested to see what he's going to be doing here. I'm just keeping my eye solely on A's right now to get an understanding of what is going on. And he actually went for the Rio Grande Revolt, but I didn't. Am I losing the plot? I didn't see there being a huge amount of gold being needed there. So he's gone for the Rio Grande Revolt, I believe. My knowledge is terrible for Mexico. Maybe you guys can let me know in the chat below. We've got just insane upgrades here, left, right, and center. What on earth is going on? We do see the Revolution deck here, of course. This is the new Revolution deck that is available. But what I find kind of insane is that he's upgrading Vigilantes and Dragoons from the stable. It must be extra cheap to upgrade those. And yeah, it looks like he's lost all of his villagers. They've all converted into revolutionaries, which is quite standard for most revolts. And now he's going for 3 falconets from that shipment, and he is now creating culverins. So I am mega confused about this revolt. My revolt knowledge is minimal, I must say. But one thing that was so interesting to me was that it didn't look like... See, I thought revolt is 1,200 food, coin, and gold. But he didn't seem to use that when he revolted. He had a lot of food and wood backed up, so I'm very confused. We do see a batch of culverins coming out, and he's got charos, which are basically the upgraded chinacos now coming in. And he's getting further upgrades, getting the culverin. I mean, these upgrades must be like a lot cheaper or something, unless I'm losing the plot. But he's got field guns coming in now as well. He's just like absolutely capped all of his upgrades immediately getting into this revolt. It is kind of insane. And these culverins are going to be the perfect ticket to deal with those organ guns. He's got the revolutionaries, the charos here. They are pretty good. As an all-rounder, heavy cav unit, they can get stuck in. They can do serious damage to these Cazadors. I mean, it's looking pretty good. And he's actually still managed to hold on to an Hacienda, which is producing villagers for him. So if he had more of those, he would have been able to do it. But we are going to be seeing a little connection here with Aze and Revnak. And he's going to make the connection and get right on top here. The Charos here, how much damage are they going to do? They're absolutely... just going to clear on through. Culverin's doing a fantastic job nabbing one of the organ guns there. There's only one of them left. Boom, there it goes. And A's pushing on through now, trying to just continue snaring. We do see it now pop of militiamen from Revnak. Going to really try and hold this. Got a couple of culves himself. We've got serious guns here. The field guns, the upgraded falconets are on the way. 8 further Chinacos coming in for A's. This is wild. I didn't even know about this revolt. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm still slightly confused. I'm a little bit in a daze around what the hell is going on here. I don't know what his next card is going to be, but it looks like Revnak's going to resort to the last-minute walling. Is it going to be enough, though? Boom! The Culverin Royals coming in there, popping off. And once again, both Culverins down for Revnak. That's absolutely huge. 3 field guns still up. And this is a bit of a sticky situation for Revnak here. He's going to have to really rely on his walls to kind of hold off here, buy himself some time. He is getting in the town militia card. So he's going to be able to pop a huge amount of units from his TC. And he's going to have to do some kind of timing here to really deal with this. Because with revolts, if you can deal with the majority of the army, you've basically won. So a revolt is super all-in. Not all revolts are, but this revolt is, because you're pretty much sacrificing all of your villagers. They're all being sacrificed and converted. If you lose, the fight, you've lost. You know. But this is pretty terrifying here, and we do now see the town militia coming in. Is he going to be able to pop some kind of militia? Both TCs have gone down. However, there's only one TC remaining. Lots of vills going down. 49 vills only for Revnak. And more culverins have popped out. Can we see some better culve micro here from Revnak? Is he going to be able to take the field guns out? Looks like he is. One of them is definitely going to go down. However, culverins firing back from A's here. And culverins are one of the hardest things to master with the micro. And it looks like A's is potentially... Ooh, the Culverin Royal. It stays with 1 HP. He manages to hold on to that Culverin. And still pretty even. Fine score is pretty even here. A lot of infrastructure going down for Revnak. And he's just going to continue making musketeers. There's no sort of raiding of any sort required on Revnak's behalf, because there's no vills anymore. There's only 3 villages for A's. and so many buildings going down here, giving A's some juicy XP. However, his army size isn't amazing. And we must bear in mind that Revnak's still on 41 villagers, rebuilding a TC on the south side here. So, and he's still got access to hunts on the left-hand side. A lot of gold still available to him. So he's still looking pretty good. And we are going to be seeing an advancing army here. The Culverins, field guns, focusing too much on the TC, is going to lose another field gun, which is really, really bad for A's. However, oh, hang on a minute. A's popping out 5 Culverins. 5 Culverins from the 4 Culverin shipment, I believe. And wow, that is Revnak getting absolutely blasted there. You know, Ace is like, you know, you wanna send Culves? Well, I'll send you 5 Culverin Royales. How about that? And they do some kind of damage to infantry, you know, they're not too bad. You can see in mass, they actually do okay AoE damage, and I love how Ace is using the Charos here, dipping in and out, microing them to try and draw attention so that the revolutionaries can try and clear up the musketeers here. And it seems to be pretty much working in his favor. Charos are going to be able to make a connection now and get through to the Cassadors. That's what they want to get to. That's what they counter the best. They want to get to those units, and they're going to be able to get a few casualties here. And yeah, Revnak not looking the best now. Score is starting to change in A's favor, and he's going to continue with making some mortars here. 1 mortar on the way, 8 Dragoons now coming in as well. And remember, those Dragoons are all upgraded. Ace did like a mass upgrade. I'm not too sure if I don't have the knowledge of this revolution. Maybe it was just the pure resources, but he just upgraded, mass upgraded so many different units, and it felt like that it was a lot cheaper, like it was pretty much for free. Unless I'm missing something. As I say, guys, let me know down in the comments below. Have I missed something there? I probably have. Yeah, this is nutty right now. And Revnak is just going to continue trying to get another Culverin out, but it is only 1 Culverin. We've got 5 Culverin Royales. The big boy Royales from A's here. So it's looking pretty challenging for Revnak. I'm not too sure what else he's got up his sleeve. He is going to be dropping down another artillery foundry further into the map. But, I mean, this looks pretty rough, right? I mean, I'm not too sure what Revnak can do here. He's got a lot of food and coin. Is he trying to go for an age 4? I mean, when you're being pushed this heavily, you know, he's just training Culverins. He's trying to, but... And now he is going to be popping the full Shazam here of militiamen. 18 militiamen popping out. And all A's needs to do is just back off, because the militiamen, their HP is going to decay. And he doesn't need to worry. He doesn't need to overcommit just yet. He's just going to push back a little bit, wait for those militiamen to go down to 1 HP, and then he's going to push right out again. So you can see only 5 villagers for A's right now. He's only getting vills from 1 Hacienda. And just more houses going down. More XP for A's. And my god, this, you know, Revolutions, I'm not a huge fan of Revolts, going to be honest with you. I don't really dig it myself playing it, but casting it is super entertaining. And we see a howitzer now coming in. Once again, an upgraded unit. All of these are upgraded. You know, we have Guard Dragoons, and he needs to be careful of the howitzer. He is going to roll them back. Oh, a few shots there, actually. Not too bad from Revnak, but the Royales, baby. It's the Royales. The well played from Revnak. A's managing to do it. Taking on the #1 in the game. He does it with the Mexican Revolt. And it's just the mass upgrades. It's just, yeah, it's just so impressive. And that is the cleanup, ladies and gents. Revnak being a true gent there, allowing the cleanup, the well played, and allowing that final clear up of his units. And wow. All I've got to say, guys, is once again, A's does not disappoint. with entertaining content, strategy. We saw a nice opening there, a nice kind of insurgent opening with a few Haciendas. He went for the Hacienda card to give him population, to allow him to open up with the insurgents. He got a few Salteadors as well mixed in. And then from that, he slowly mined the coin. He slowly gathered the food to allow him to get to age 3. And then pretty much from age 3, he went straight into a revolt after that. He basically went for the Chinaco card and then straight into a revolt. But as I say, this is super versatile. You could probably just stay in age 2. You could just go for more insurgent Salteador play. You could just play more eco in age 2. You could do a lot with this. So hopefully you guys have learned something. Hopefully you can take something away from this and give it a go yourself. Aze's kind of strategies are really difficult to try and mimic or try and copy because they are so bespoke. But hopefully you guys are up for the challenge. Give it a go. Let me know what you think. And of course, I'll catch you in the next video or the next stream. Catch you later, guys. Bye.